right, good morning, everyone. Morning, Tana.
Oh, good morning. How are you?
Good, good. Just grabbing a quick cup of coffee. I'm going to be leading today's council club. So
Awesome. Awesome.
we're going to. Sonara's on vacation today, so you got me today. But we're going to give everyone like 5 minutes to sign on in. So talk amongst yourselves.
There you
Yeah,
sounds good.
take some time, grab yourself a quick cup of coffee if you need to.
Will do. You got it.
Rob, can I make you co-host? To give me a hand here.
Absolutely.
Thanks, man. There we go. Okay, doke. Just gonna go get my
I,
slide.
I didn't want to leave you out here by yourself this morning.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
It's like we're
Uh,
abandoning him in the jungle.
Hey Rob, good morning.
Good morning.
See, we run into each other again, right? Just like last year, or,
Well,
or I guess
you know,
BC before COVID.
the key is we need to recruit enough people to where we run into a lot more people.
You
That's what
think?
we need. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I didn't know how that works.
it's really really not complicated.
I'm joking, you know that. You know,
It's
yeah.
all great in theory and practice is the other.
No, yeah, making it work. You have the what we call the mind hands disconnect.
Yep.
That's what I
There
call
you
it.
go.
So,
That's it. Yeah, back in the day when I was doing a lot of fundraising, I would be in meetings and everybody, we should. And I, as chair, would go, okay, who's taking this on? And everybody would be silent in the room. And I'm like, okay, there's no more we should. Somebody needs to stand up and say, I'm doing this or we're not doing it.
let me understand something. You're an expert in writing grants and fundraising. Did I hear that?
Uh, I
So
in my
let's
past
talk.
life,
It's too
I have
late.
done
It's
that.
too late. It's too late, Tanya. I'll be getting your number.
Absolutely. Feel free to, you know what? I'm actually retired now, and I was going to try to actually get back into doing some grant writing. So that is kind of what I'm looking to do. So definitely reach out to me.
It's also it could be democratic, it could be substance abuse. I mean, I'm involved in both things, so or veterans advocacy. So there we go.
Well, there you go. I'm married to a former Marine. My son's a former Marine. My son has struggled with substance abuse. I'm also looking to do some grant writing. My husband's a school teacher, so he teaches science. So there you go. We're all in the right ballpark.
Hey, Chairman, Mr. Chairman, if you want to start the meeting, we'll be more than happy to talk another topic. Just
no,
have to
no, no,
say
no.
it's time. Okay.
I was gonna
Um,
let everyone know we are recording this, so this is
sure.
recording. You should have got a recording notice coming in here.
Yeah,
So I
we
just want to
did.
get
We
We
did.
did.
okay.
We
We're
did.
good.
Would
Awesome.
it? Okay. Um,
Stuart, I'll put
Actually,
my
I'll be.
contact information in the chat. Okay.
that would be more than nice. Thank you for being open, because
uh,
I've been looking for you for over a year.
Everyone, keep going for like 2 more minutes. I just need to grab something real quick that y'all enjoy seeing. I'll be right back.
Um,
Hello,
it's
everyone.
it's so funny. Hello, everyone. Who's that,
Hey,
Paul? I
Paul.
don't
That's
know,
Paul.
Paul. I don't know,
That's
Paul,
Paul.
but hi.
Hi.
Oh, Paul is awesome. You need to meet him.
No, I know.
Oh,
Michelle from Demco is supposed to be on, but that's okay. She's my boss. I'm the one VP. She's the pres, so that's not a problem. I'm doing my
There
job.
you go. Well,
Okay.
I used to be club rep for the Fallbrook Club, which is where I
Oh,
live.
Fallback Club
Um,
is great.
oh, it's fantastic.
Awesome.
But now I'm the club rep for the Alliance for Education, which is
That
awesome too.
that one, yeah. But Fallbrook. I went BC before COVID. I always say it like that to the summit. you know?
Yep.
And that was the year that Fallbrook made this fantastic not demonstration. We have those um, uh, about what they do and how they do it. And Michelle and I were talking about, we ought to get out to Fallbrook and talk to somebody. So let's keep checking off things that's an intersection because what else do you know?
There you go. No, we're a great little
I know
club and
nothing.
it's
I know
growing.
nothing.
All right, you got my chat information in there.
No, no, I didn't yet, actually.
So
Yet.
it should be to the whole group.
Yeah. Oh,
So
everybody? Everyone?
yeah. So there you
I
go.
don't have everyone on my thing. So that's okay. You could send usually if it's like this, please send it to the host or Rob, and I beg them to forward it to me. They may have turned off
Okay.
chat, which is,
They may need to do that. Okay, you
yeah.
got it.
Thank
I
you
think
so
it's just the
much.
group right now.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, good to talk to you, Stuart. I feel like I'm hogging all the talking time, so I'll defer
Well,
to our gracious hosts.
Tanya, it's in the interest of the party.
There you go. Absolutely,
I will be
100%.
quiet now. Well,
All right.
there you go.
There we go. So Stuart, I just sent you that information. All right, everyone. I think it is 10:05. We can call this meeting to order. Welcome, everyone. Did want to show as an icebreaker something kind of cool that I grabbed at the party offices yesterday.
Love it. Love it.
Quick story on that. I was dropping something off, and I'm gonna brag here. I was the first person in San Diego County to grab one of these from them. So that will be in my office and on my front door. So
Michelle, when did you get the posters? Because there's a claim here.
No, I don't have any yet.
They didn't come. Okay, no problem.
okay. And because I'm having a weird day sharing my screen here, can everyone see my screen right now?
Yep. I can.
All right. All right. And Rob, you're playing a virtual bouncer here, so I appreciate that. So, all right, everybody, welcome. My name is Dr. Indranil Banerjee. I am the president of the Asian American Pacific Islander Democratic Club. But today I'm subbing in for Sonara, who is enjoying a well-deserved vacation after putting together that amazing and leading us in that amazing club summit. So today we are running our Council of Clubs meeting. It is August 17th, 2024. Today's meeting is going to be pretty much informational. We're not going to be voting on anything, so we're kind of going to forego the normal credentialing of your clubs. But if you do want to speak up, please raise your hand. I'll be calling everyone that way. When you come on, mention your club. Say, um, I am Tyler Rodarte, here representing the Alliance for Education, and I believe Sonara is here. Sonara, you coming on today?
I just let her in, so it may take a second.
Okay, let's see here, because I may be off duty then.
And ask her why she's not actually enjoying her vacation. Is what I want.
I know. I was gonna say, Sonara, Chair Sonara, are you gonna be coming in today, or are you gonna be off? I believe her mic is off. Let's see. She coming on? Okay, I think she's just watching today. All right. Okay, everybody. Once again, we are starting our Council of Clubs meeting. So we'll begin today by going through our agenda here. So we'll start by going through the agenda, and then I'll call for a motion to approve the agenda as seen here. So first off today, we're going to be welcoming any new club presidents or clubs. Again, we're a friendly bunch. We always want to make sure everyone feels welcome. Welcome those new clubs in. Want to encourage more grassroots there. Then we're going to be moving to an announcements from any elected officials or party officials. We'll give them a minute each. We'll do a quick recap of the Democratic Club Summit. Again, we're not going to go through all of a ton in there, but we'll kind of go through the high-level highlights of the presentations that were there. If the presentation is recorded or there are any slides, we'll have that information up, and then we'll be sending out that information to everyone a little bit later. If you want to share that with your clubs, or maybe have those speakers come in and speak to your clubs, we'll go through the award winners, who all should be incredibly proud, incredibly awesome day. We'll go through the upcoming endorsement considerations by the party. That'll be primarily informational so that y'all can see for your clubs going forward. I'm going to say this right now, then double check with any parliamentarians here. Because we are past the filing deadline, the 45-day rule is no longer valid here. We're then going to review all the endorsements already made by the party in the recent cycle. We'll then go through the club election strategy. I'm sorry, who was that? Did somebody want to come off mute?
I just had a point of order, but I'd like to do that at the end of the agenda.
Okay, wonderful, Stuart. We'll do that. So then we'll go through the club election strategy. So we'll talk about connecting with the Go team. Director Babbage is on the call, so I'm going to pass the ball over to him. We'll kind of, Pete, I know we didn't talk about that beforehand, but I'm going to be relying on y'all there. We'll talk about the regional campaign party offices that are going to be set up. We'll then go through the election events by outside groups. So, and I'll be tapping in some special groups that I know of. And again, a lot of this stuff will be communicating back and forth with each other. We're about 80 days from the election, y'all, and 50 days from ballots dropping. So if you're feeling that energy, you should be. We also be pumped up here. Then we'll be talking about caravans to swing states. This will be, again, as we all know, California may be on lock, but we'll be talking about how to get to those other states that may need our warm bodies, our love, and our affection to go help get Harris and Walz elected there. Talking about any upcoming club special events. We got a few that are on the line, and then we'll be going through other announcements. So, Stuart, you said you had a point of information. If you want to go ahead and unmute and go ahead and make it. Do I need to
Yes,
unmute you?
Mr.
Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, I rise for actually two items. One, I'm an appointed county official and a commissioner in the city of Encinitas, so I request 1 minute at the end when the elected candidates are finished. Number two, I'd like to add an agenda that Sonara and I talked about, and that's regarding available pictures for each club from the summit event and I just need 3 minutes for the future plans. That's all. Thank
Okay,
you for considering that, Mr. Chairman.
happy to do it. So we'll put you here. And again, normally for stuff like this, as all of you know, we're going through Robert's rule. We use Robert's rules on this one, but I'm going to let's see here. I'm a stickler for slides looking the right way. Okay, so you said you wanted to have a few minutes for club pictures at the end of the recap of the summit.
Mr. Chairman, not exactly. The availability of summit pictures, like right now, and two sentences about future plans. Two sentences, yeah. And then I wanted to have the pleasure of speaking 1 minute as an appointed county official.
Okay, that shouldn't be a problem when we have the announcement for club elected officials and party officers. We'll allow for that there. And then I'll put your extra item at the end of the recap of Club Summit, if that's okay. All right. Normally, again, when we modify an agenda, we have someone make a motion, second the motion. But I think here for this meeting, this should be all right for the chair to kind of make an executive decision here. So we'll go ahead and do that. Unless there's any objections to those agenda items being changed. If not, okay, so the motion's been made. We'll keep it formal here. Would anyone like to second the motion?
This is Tom. I'm happy to second.
Okay, I heard Tana second. All those in favor, so we'll do this. All those in favor of the motion, please unmute and say aye.
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 Okay, awesome. Okay, so Stuart, we've made those agenda item adjustments. Okay, so I'll entertain a motion right now to approve the agenda as seen here.
Motion approved.
This is Tana.
Okay.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, I heard Rob.
Stuart Demko seconds it.
Okay, Rob and Stuart second. Tana, sorry, someone beat you to it. Okay, all those to approve the agenda, please unmute and say aye.
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 Okie doke. Hang on one sec here. I'll just do this. Okay, wonderful. All right, so we have our agenda. So let's start. We'll start with new club presidents. If there are any new clubs or new presidents online, please go ahead and raise your hand in the chat. I know Zoom has updated. That will be in the React. It is the 1, 2, 3, fourth icon from the left. It's a little heart. Just go there. That's where the raise hand icon is available to you. If there are any new club presidents on the call or new clubs, please go ahead and raise your hand. Any new club presidents? Any new club presidents? All right, last call for any new club presidents. All right, hearing none, we are moving to our next agenda item. We'll go to elected officials and party leader announcements. If there's any elected officials on the call, any party leaders, anyone who can speak for an elected official or party leader, go ahead. Stuart, this will be a time for you to raise your hand. Go ahead and raise your hand in the React tab, and I'll give you 2 minutes per to speak. All right. Okie doke. Okay, seeing that. Okay, Tana, we'll go ahead and give you the 2 minutes. I'm gonna just use my phone timer, and then at 30 seconds, I'll just hold the fist like this. Can you see the fist okay?
Yep, and I won't need the full 2 minutes.
There you
This
go.
is
Floor
Tana
is yours.
Redardi. I'm speaking with my hat on as a trustee for the Fallbrook Union High School District, and we will have a bond for capital improvements of our school in this year's election. We are the second oldest high school in San Diego County. Our pool is considered beyond safe and a safety hazard. And so we will be out there canvassing for this in addition to all of our candidates for positions in Fallbrook and in North County. So I just wanted to share that information.
All right, thank you, Tana. Cancel that here. All right, Stuart. Now's your time to shine. Go ahead. The floor is yours
Thank
for
you,
the next two
Mr.
minutes.
Chairman, for some the flexibility.
Happy to do
Um,
it.
I'm on the I'm a member of the county behavioral health whatever advisory board, and we deal with the non-physical side of the county. Like we don't deal with the hospitals, we deal with psychological things, homelessness, and veterans. And I'm also happen to, and I'll get to my point. This is not an ego thing. I also happen to be asked to be on the Quality Review Council, which is the county secret. We're exempt from any um, uh, 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 any attempted subpoena to our deliberations, and we're also exempt from the Brown Act, if you know what that is. Which that's an unusual deal. I also decided to apply to be a commissioner in the senior thing, and all of these things. Of course, there's some ego in there, but all of those things were, or some of it was to show that Democrats got to do on these councils because just a couple of let's see, is that public? I got to think about the Brown Act. Yeah, it's public. One of our members during a public meeting, we were talking about homelessness, and the one of the appointees from whose favorite color is red because we're nonpartisan talked about the tents in the desert basically, and I think I heard there was a groan, but I'm not sure. Anyhow, so that's an example, and the way to do this, I'm talking to club presidents, anybody in the room, Rob Howard, the way to do this in LA. Thank you.
Oh no,
The way to do it in LA County is to go to the county website. You search for commissions, and you get a whole page. And you were all pretty smart. You know what to do. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Stuart. And Stuart, I know we have chat disabled, but if there's any information you'd like to share, go ahead and message me, and then I can copy and paste that and put that to the entire attendance here, the entire body. Okay. Are there any other elected officials, party leaders who'd like to make an announcement right now? Anyone like a party e-board member or anything like that? Or any elected officials? I know there's some folks on here who are staffers for elected officials, but anyone who'd like to make an announcement? Anyone who'd like to make an announcement? Anyone who'd like to make an announcement?
Andrew, can I go now?
Oh, Shayna, yeah, go ahead.
Hi, yeah. So I technically will make enough Patrick Congressman stuff for your campaign. I'm in the car right now, so apologize not turning my video on. But we are hosting a North County office kickoff event on August 31st. So we wanted to invite everybody here, whether you're from North County or not, to come out here from our San Marcos elected officials. Congressman Peters will be there. Darshana Patel for AB 76, Alan Gerasi for San Marcos City Council, our San Marcos school board members, lots of folks there at the county party. I believe Kyle will be there as well. So please come out. We'll have some refreshments. We'll talk about how we're going to turn North County blue this cycle and kind of have an office kickoff event. Indra, if I put the link to RSVP in the chat to you, will you be able to share with everyone?
Absolutely, absolutely. And everyone, I don't have, oh, Rob, you are helping out here. So, Rob, if you see that, do you mind sharing that while I'm running the meeting?
Will do.
All right, thanks.
Agenda. It's on the
One
agenda.
second. Thank you, everyone. And then if you want to share with your club and newsletters as well, that would be great to have a super strong turnout.
Okay, wonderful. All right, we just got Shayna. Michelle, you had a question or want to raise a point? Michelle, you're on mute.
I was going to say it's on our agenda, the address and the time and date for that kickoff in San Marcos for the party's
Oh,
office.
yeah.
Oh,
In case
perfect.
people
Thank
want it.
you.
It's in
Oh,
there.
yeah, no.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Is that the Demko 50th anniversary party?
We'll
No.
be talking about that one later, Stuart.
Thank you.
Michelle, thanks for raising that one. So, alrighty, y'all. And by the way, if everyone, I know today's a Saturday, and I know today normally we're kind of like a kind of easy going on this call. We all have knocks and walks too, and I have one later for Darshana Patel that I'll be making an announcement for later. But yeah, so we'll check back on that. Okay, so all right, so any other elected officials or party leaders who need to make an announcement? Going once, going twice, going three times. All right. Thank you, Stuart. Thank you, Shayna. Okay, moving on. Next thing I want to give everyone here is your regional director contacts. We have two regions in San Diego County, as all y'all know, most of you know, but if you don't, Region 21 and Region 22. Region 21, those are Assembly District 71, 74, 75, 76. That's Deborah Cunningham Skirnick. Her phone number is here on the screen, 949-521-3292. And her email at politicaldeb@outlook.com. Region 22, that's 77, 78, 79, and 80. That's the southern region, including my area. That is Director Michelle Krug. Her phone number is 619-888-4974. Those are your two regional contacts. Michelle does not do email, so if you need to get a hold of her, call and or text her at that line. I'll go ahead and put that in the chat for everyone here. These will be your regional contacts. I don't believe either of them are on the call right now. But if you need to get a hold of them, go ahead and get a hold of them there or contact the club, council clubs and or the party. All right, moving on to the next one. We've got our club development committee here. Sonara, as I mentioned, is on vacation. I'm Dr. Indranil Banerjee. I cover Metro West and I run the API, Asian American Pacific Islander Democratic Club. Backing me up today is our North Coastal rep, Rob Howard. North Inland is rep by Hugh Rothman. The East is covered by Dr. Kara Green. The South is Christine Antoni. It says pending confirmation. I believe she has been confirmed. So I think that has switched over. Our two at-large members are Justin Demolosio, who also serves as VP on the API Democratic Club and president, I believe, of the Escondido Young Dems, and Diana Giri is the other member at large. I can't remember which club Diana covers. Are there any club development committee members here who'd like to make a quick report? Any club development committee members here who'd like to make a quick report? Any club development committee members who right here who'd like to make a quick report? All right, hearing none, we're going to be moving on. All right, now comes the fun bit, the recap of the Democratic Club Summit, which was an absolute positively amazing success. We had a ton of clubs come out. I don't have the numbers exactly in front of me right now, but a lot of folks came. We had great speakers, Todd Gloria, Betty Yee, Tony Atkins, or Senator Tony Atkins. We had, and I'm forgetting a bunch
Shirley
here.
Weber.
Shirley Weber, thank you. Sorry, waiting for the coffee to kick in here. Dr. Shirley Weber, who's our Secretary of State, came. So we had a Council Member Stephen Whitburn and many, many others presented. We had a number of really great presentations. And really, first off, a thank you to all the clubs who sponsored and supported. Here you see y'all's names here on this list. Again, financially, through help in general. Again, all of these clubs here really, really did a great job stepping up and committing and sponsoring and contributing. This could not have happened without a team effort. Again, one of the things I say on my work is teamwork connects to dream work. Without y'all here, we wouldn't be able to get that through. So quick recap of sessions. So we had a number of sessions here, and I'll just quickly go through this at a high level. I believe Sonar makes this deck available to everyone, and in the deck are links to the presentations, handouts, etc. So the first one was Exposing Project 2025. I believe that was former chair William Rodriguez Kennedy who presented there, and several others. By the way, I was bouncing back and forth running AV, so I didn't get to see all of these presentations. So I'm actually going to be availing myself of the information here. We had local campaigning and strategy for the San Diego Democratic Party. We had national presidential campaign strategy and Democratic National Committee events put in there. We had social media training for Kamala Harris for president. We had increasing and retaining club memberships by Fallbrook Democratic Club President Ross Pike. I was able to sit in that one, and it was really an amazing presentation. We had club board ethics and conflict of interest training presented by co-chair Lauren Beer of the Ethics Committee and committee member Samantha Jenkins from the National Conflict Resolution Center. These presentations, as you can see in this slide here, have a number of handouts, a number of links on reaching this event. I believe we are going to have some of these were recorded, so we will have these available to everyone. So if anybody has any questions, please reach out to Sonar or myself. I'll put my email in the chat as well. Here, I'll do that right now. There we go. So if anybody needs to get a hold of us to find out of this slide in particular, these are amazing resources. Feel free to come in and use them here. Stuart, I saw you put your email in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and do that right now for everyone. This is via Stuart. Okay, there we go. All right. Other sponsoring organizations, we had several that's really stepped up and helped out here again financially. And again, you can't make this stuff work without the money that helps make it work. So we'd like to thank Congressman Scott Peters, Congressman Juan Vargas, the San Diego County Building Trades Union, Represent Us, Assembly Speaker Pro Tempore Emerita Lori Saldana, and several others, again, stepped up and really helped us out financially. Again, those lunches, helping out with financial costs for using the space, for AV, for insurance, for all of those things. These folks really did step up and help us out with that. Want to quickly run through the award winners. So these were the Club of the Years. So Club of the Year was the San Diego Democratic Education Alliance. We had several awards. North Inland Leadership was given to the San Marcos awarded the San Marcos Democratic Club for 2024. North Coastal Leadership was to the Carlsbad Democrats. Metro West Leadership to the Point Loma Ocean Beach Democratic Club. Southern Leadership was given to the awarded to the Coronado Democratic Club. East County Leadership to the La Mesa Foothills Democratic Club. Should say Foothills. Most Improved Club was awarded to Black and African Women Rise, the BAWR. Best Communications was awarded to the Democratic Women's Club. Best Political Action was awarded to the Democrats for Environmental Action. Best Interclub Collaboration Unity Award was given to the Democrats of Oceanside and Carlsbad, or DEMCO. And finally, the Go Team participation, we'll talk about Go Team and its importance, was awarded to the Torrey Pines Democratic Club. Again, I can't stress this enough to these award winners here. If you win an award, you are exemplifying these values, the values of the Democratic Party, the values of club development, and the values that we hold dear to make sure that we're all working together. I know it's been said before, but the clubs are the backbone of the party. They are the backbone of the grassroots. By leading, by working together, by exemplifying proper, excellent communication, you not only show leadership in your area, in your region, geographically, or as an affinity group, you're also telling all of us what we can do to be successful. And ultimately, when the clubs are successful, when we're successful, the party's successful, we get our folks elected, and ultimately, we get people who are like Vice President Harris and Governor Walz elected. We need to get them elected. We need to get all these folks elected. So basically we don't slide back. Again, we won't go back, but we only if we all do our jobs. And again, y'all did your jobs amazingly. So Stuart, I believe this is where I'm going to pass the mic over to you to talk about the photos of the summit. But here you go, Stuart. I'm going to pass over to you.
Sonara, do you care to open? Because we all know how great Sonara is.
Yeah, Sonara's not. So Sonara's not here. So Stuart,
okay, I'll substitute for her, which is a challenge. Anyhow, at our program, Club Summit, I was able to take some pictures, mostly the ones outside in the court. You know, with includes awards and our keynote speakers and all that stuff. And we Sonara and I worked together. We figured out a way to make it available to all clubs, and you know, sharing through a Google Drive. And so and then Sonara is the key contact as in her position. I think she's club coordinator, not coordinator, whatever. And that's the first step. And the idea there is to help clubs, if they want, to available pictures, images that they would want to put in their newsletter or use for any other things of our events. In addition, the plan, should everybody agree, would be to, for me and getting assistant, Democrat, of course, to take photos of any sponsored event from the Central Committee, if I'm available, you know, if I'm still alive. And in addition, any club president could contact me via the email that happens to be there. And if I'm available and if you want it, I would certainly make an effort to say yay or nay that I can get there. And we also, there is a plan that other professional photographers use to distribute all pictures in an easier way and a self-serve basis. So Sonara doesn't have to deal with anything. That's all I got. My motive to do this is to elect candidates. That's all I got. And, you know.
Thanks so much, Stuart. And by the way, you did awesome. Thank you for that. Love the photos here. And again, I'm going to use a little point of personal privilege here. API Democratic Club is going to be relaunching its website in the next month. Stuart, I'm going to be reaching out for some of these photos and stealing them and using them for our content. So
you already have them, Mr. Chairman.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. And again, I want to take a moment here, a second point of personal privilege, and just say there were a lot of folks who were participating in this club summit who, like Stuart and others, who were working behind the scenes and making sure everything ran smoothly. To anyone who did that, who's on this call, anyone who's listening, anyone who's going to watch this later, thank you on behalf of Sonara, on behalf of club development, on behalf of myself. We can't get these things done if people don't. We're an all volunteer organization here. So when people like Stuart step up and, you know, take pictures, seems seems like something simple. But these photos can be used for Instagram, they can be used for Facebook, they can be put on your club newsletter. And again, those things are content that can bring that person who's scrolling through Instagram, scrolling through Facebook, and bring them into the party and create activists. Personal note, that's how I got involved. I was scrolling through Facebook and I was looking up, and an ad for the Democrats for Equality popped up. I'm like, oh, the Democrats might want to check in on a club. So again, Stuart, these things are invaluable. Thank you so much for doing that. Really appreciate you. All right. Next up, the fun bit. Upcoming endorsement and considerations by the San Diego Democratic Party regional caucuses. Here you see two links. The first is our timeline link. I'm putting that in the chat so anyone who wants to check that out can. And finally, the endorsements that are already made by the party. If I can copy this here. There we go. You think after 40 plus years of using computers, I know how to do that. Okay, so you have those links in the chat right now. These are the upcoming endorsements and considerations by the SDCDP at the regional caucus level. Again, I want to make a mention here because the filing deadline passed, I believe, last Friday or prior Friday, not yesterday, but the prior Friday, and then it's Wednesday with the extended date. Those are gone. So the 45-day window that we need for endorsement announcements to club announcements is gone. So here you see a timeline on your screen. So North Area Inland at its regular scheduled caucus on the 17th, which is today, as well as North Coastal Area Caucus, which is today. Those two caucuses are going to be considering the endorsement recommendation for the Palomar Healthcare District at NIAC and the endorsement recommendations for all remaining seats respectively. That again is today. It is short notice, and I believe NIAC starts at 1. So we're going to try to get through this as quickly as possible so folks can grab some lunch and get to NIAC if they need to virtually. Metro West, which is my caucus, will meet on the 26th for the consideration of endorsement recommendations for all remaining seats in Metro West. On the 26th as well, East Area Caucus will have their rescheduled meeting for, again, the endorsement consideration for all remaining seats. On the 26th as well, the second South Area Caucus meeting will occur, and that'll be for all remaining seats. And then August 27th will be the second Democratic Central Committee meeting. Sorry, let me fix that there. That meeting will be the second Central Committee meeting to finalize all remaining seats at that level. Again, the 17th, we've got NIAC and North Coastal. On the 26th, we've got Metro West, East Area, and the second South Area Caucus meeting of the month. And then the 27th is the second August Central Committee meeting for the remaining recommendation for all seats. So if you want to make your voice heard, if your club that's endorsed, if your club is endorsing within those windows, I believe the 17th, maybe a little bit too quick, but if you're in any of those other area caucuses, make sure to have your number one, your link tree information in. And y'all know where that is. That's on the club link tree. That's on the council club's link tree. Sorry, I had a candidate calling me right now. It's always fun when you're running these calls and a candidate's calling you who you endorsed, who needs to talk to you, and you know you got to talk to them right after. So again, I'm really glad that coffee just hit my brain. So if you have anything, make sure to get your link tree information. Make sure to get your link tree information. Make sure to get your link tree information. That's the form that we all fill out. So make sure to get that in place so that your club has your locked in vote. You need to do that 48 hours before the meeting. So again, for the 26th, or make sure for all the meetings that are on the 26th, if your club makes an endorsement, make sure to get that in. And then make sure if you're a club rep, if you're a central committee member, to come in on that August 2nd central committee meeting. Again, August before the election is always a busy time for us. We're trying to get all these endorsements in place so that we can get the Go Team flyers out, which is a nice transition because we're going to be talking about organizing for the general election to, again, get elected to office and others. So, Director Pete Babich, are you on the call right now?
I am.
All right. I'm going to be going back and forth with you on this one, sir. Is that okay?
That's great.
All right.
I wasn't expecting to talk. Actually, I was going to try to put a plug in, but I think I know most of the people on this meeting. But I am Pete Babbage, the director of the San Diego County Grassroots Organizing Team, or GO Team. I'm also the North Inland Regional Coordinator. I'm the Poway Community Coordinator, and I'm a neighborhood leader in Poway. And since I don't see the Poway Democratic Club president, Amit Saravala, on, I guess I'm also representing the Poway Democratic Club. So, but
just a few things.
Just a few things. I've been doing this since 2004, so that tells you where I'm at. But here's the situation with the GO Team. I know some of you have already heard these numbers, but I'm just going to give you two again just to refresh, and you ought to be able to memorize these. If a GO Team member is able to speak to a voter, the turnout of that voter is typically 15 to 20% over a person who had no contact. In the last primary election, that number was 21%. So it actually went up even more. If we aren't able to talk to someone, we leave a door hanger with all of the endorsed candidates on the door hanger. The turnout for that is anywhere from 6 to 9%. So the bottom line is working on the GO Team helps increase voter turnout. More importantly, it also helps down ballot turnout. So I want to congratulate all of the geographic clubs, because that's where we get the most of our members from. I want to add a request for the affinity clubs, because we don't get a lot of members from the affinity clubs. You folks live somewhere in some community. You have neighbors. You could join the GO Team and help to increase the turnout of your neighbors. We are a geographic, as I said in my introduction there, we are a geographic organization, but affinity club members live somewhere. I encourage you we can join multiple clubs. I encourage you to join your local geographic club. You can do both. You can still say that your primary club is the affinity club, but by joining the geographic club, you get that interaction locally and understand what's going on. I'm going to submit.
Oh, Pete, did we just lose your audio? Did I just lose my audio? Oh,
He's muted.
okay. Pete, you gotta unmute. I just asked you. There we go.
Okay. Hang on. I was trying to click the link to send the link to you so you could, put it in the chat, but I'm just going to tell you what it is. All right. It's SD. I'm sorry. I got a bunch of them in my head. SDDEMS, SDDEMS .link, LINK, /go training, GOTRAINING. And the reason I'm asking you to do that is if you're not a member of the GO Team, you can at least understand what the GO Team does by taking one of our hour-and-a-half training sessions. More importantly, even if you can't volunteer yourself, you can be a salesperson for the GO Team. The Harris, Biden dropping out of the race and Harris picking up the flag has really energized a lot of voters. Now, the one thing that is different between the GO Team and a campaign is that while the campaign is only knocking on doors for that single candidate, the GO Team is knocking on doors for only and for Democrats who are endorsed and only those Democrats. So we are really focused on the down ballot also. So I'll close by just simply saying, if you're not trained on the GO Team, you don't have to join, but at least you get the information on what we do and you can share that with others. So I encourage you to sign up for a training session. The last ones have been pretty full. The last two have maxed out at 50. And so I expect more and more are going to be full like that going forward. But listen, we'll fit you in. So, all right. Well, thank you very much, and support the Go Team.
Absolutely. Go team, go team. And when you're done with that, go team. It's how we're going to get this stuff done. I'm going to quote Judy Key here and say her go team leadership when she does go team is that all her neighbors now, because she's done go team for multiple cycles, come in and speak to her about what they should do for all their down ballot races. I'm working on my block up here, and I got most of it on lock. I got a few holdouts and stragglers, but you have to think about it this way. We had races in the last cycle. I'm thinking of Imperial Beach City Council. That race was decided by 25 votes. We've had city council races decided by a handful of votes. We have Darshana Patel in the 76, which is the highest priority race for Assembly Dems. She's running against a MAGA extremist that is going to be decided by a couple of percentage points. So that extra door that you knock, that extra house you go to, that extra person you talk to, that can be the difference between a MAGA extremist, somebody who wants to pull books out of schools, somebody who wants to not raise the pride flag, and supporting our LGBTQ youth, supporting our veterans, supporting our API demographics, our BIPOC demographics, supporting all of our not supporting sensible gun laws. So again, Pete, thank you so much for doing this. Pete, can you really quickly? I was having a little problem with my Director Babbage. Could you please read to me that link again?
Let me try to send it to you in the chat one more time.
Okay, yeah, send it to me in the chat and I'll send it over to you. Tana, your hand is up. Tana, by the way, everyone knows, is a school board member, so I'm going to use Trustee Rodarte. Go ahead and the floor is yours.
I just want to do a big shout out to the Go team. They were instrumental in getting me elected with the special election. I won by 37 votes. So when we say every vote matters, every vote matters. And I am in the most Republican portion of Fallbrook, and it took independents and moderate Republicans to get me elected, and it can be done. And so if you've not been trained by the Go team, do so. Get your clubs involved. It's crucial to us winning elections. Thanks,
Absolutely.
Pete, for all you do.
100%. Thank you again, Director Babbage. Director Babbage, I'm going to move on to the next portion, which is a nice transition, Tana, that Trustee Murdoch, that you said that, because I'm going to go here to our upcoming Go Team training. So oops, sorry about that. So I don't know the exact attendance or who signed up for which. Okay, I just saw it. Okay, thanks. So perfect. Let me just copy and paste that into here. Nope, don't open up anything. Sorry, don't let me see that. Okay, I do not know what's going. Okay, Director Babbage, you're on mute. So if you want to go ahead and unmute. I'm just gonna stop sharing my screen here so I can get this link out to everyone.
Okay.
This link is
if you're trying to put something in the chat and you hold your space bar down, it just puts a bunch of spaces in the chat. I mean, those of you that are on PCs, if you're muted, you can temporarily unmute by simply holding the space bar down. It's like I push the talk button. But at any rate, what I was trying to say was the link is HTTPS. So you got to put an S in there.
okay. All right. So we are going to repost that here. All right, everyone. So that's a great transition, Director Babbage. So we've got, so on your screen right now, you'll see the upcoming Go Team training. So Monday, August 19th, that's just right around the corner. There'll be a virtual training for new Go Team canvassers. There'll be another training on August 27th at 6:30 p.m. And a Saturday, September 7th training for, again, virtual training for Go Team canvassers. Another one on September 10th, September 12th, September 15th. These are all virtual, if I'm not mistaken, Director Babbage. go to that second link that I put in the chat, https colon backslash sddems.link /go training. If you're not signed up for the Go team, share that link with your club members. Again, you may have somebody who can come out and walk their neighborhood, has, knows all their neighbors. It is critical and crucial that we get more folks into the Go team. This is the strongest weapon that we've got in these elections is our Go team walkers. So okay, again, so make sure to get your clubs in Go team. Really, again, I want to go back here real quick and say this Torrey Pines Democratic Club Award for Go Team participation, that is one of the most important awards we give out at this at our Club Development Summit. Again, Director Babbage, thank you so much for running this. Anyone who's done Go Team, thank you so much for working on this. It is crucial to get Harris Wall selected. So, upcoming election events. We with the San Diego Democratic Party, if you have any events that are coming up, if there are any mobilized events, any phone banks, house parties, etc., you can go to mobilize.us at San Diego Dems to look that up. Events for progressive organizations, you can go check this link out here. And priority virtual events for the Biden-Harris campaign, you can see it at events@democrats.org. These links will be shared with everyone. Rob Howard, I'm going to pass the ball over to you. I see your hand up.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that everyone on this call recognizes that we have a golden opportunity, not just to help with the election, but also to piggyback on something special that's happening with Vice President Harris actually being on the ticket. Vice President Harris is a member of the oldest Black sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. I'm a member of the oldest Black fraternity in the country, Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. What's happening is Vice President Harris, these are nonprofit organizations. They don't want to get into trouble. Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority has created a pack because there will be no secret that they're going to be all in on this election. Why this is important. Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is also doing, we've got a couple of candidate forums and ballot proposition forums. And I put those flyers in the chat. The reason we all should consider showing up, this is an opportunity. When we start talking about growing our clubs, a lot of the folks that are participating now because of the energy do not actually belong to clubs. This is an opportunity for us to share with them that we're doing mutual work. We have mutual likes. We understand the things, democratic priorities. The D9 is all in, and D9 is the Divine Nine, the nine historically Black fraternities and sororities. We're actually working together for voter turnout, voter registration and voter turnout. So when we see these events, consider showing up because this is a great opportunity to share with them, not just geographic. Like we're doing some in South for the 74th, and we'll be North for the 79th, doing candidate forums in partnership with the League of Women Voters. Nonpartisan groups, but everybody's got to vote. So these are great opportunities. So not just what the clubs are doing, let's use this as an opportunity to do outreach and recruitment for what we're trying to do.
100%. Again, it's all hands on deck on this one. And Rob, thank you for sharing that. Stuart, I see your hand raised. Let's go over to you. Stuart, you are on mute. Oh, there we go. Let me ask you to unmute here. Sorry. Go ahead.
Thank you. What I need, I don't know if this is the right place. I need how to contact the Harris, excuse me, President Harris's campaign in Pennsylvania, because by a little coincidence, I have 3 days in my trip into Pennsylvania to help to get at least 1, 2, or 3 votes for the next president. Who should I contact? Please put it in chat.
Okay.
I have time to work in a purple state.
Okay, so I think that's the link for priority events or virtual events with Biden Harris. Excuse me, that should say Harris Walls. I apologize for that. Rob, do you mind looking that one up real quick while I'm running this one? if possible.
I'm already talking to Uncle Google.
I appreciate it. All right. Okay. Next up, and then one to Rob, I was going to mention this later, but as many of you know, we all should know by now, Vice President Harris is biracial. She is of Jamaican and South Asian descent. This is incredibly exciting for the API community as well. So organizations that like this one, They See Blue, that I'm putting in the chat, They See Blue worked on ballot curing in the 2020 election. We called South Asian households who we knew needed to have their ballots cured. For those of you who don't know, ballot curing means that the ballot's being questioned at the registrar of voters for whatever reason, signature, name, etc. South Asian names like myself, Indranil Banerjee, is not a European name, surprisingly to most folks. But a lot of those ballots get rejected. So some of these folks are people like my parents' age, or people who it's the first time voting. They don't know what ballot curing is, so they don't know that their ballot hasn't been counted. These are in places like Georgia, North Carolina, Minnesota. You see these swing states. We called them up and said, hey, everybody's an auntie and uncle in the Indian culture. Hey, auntie, uncle, just want to let you know I'm out in California. Wanted to let you know your ballot needs to be cured. We described what that was. We had them go in with their driver's license, cure their ballots. I think we did like 5,000 ballots in Georgia. And remember, the margin of victory there was 11 or 1,700 or 17,000 or 11,000. I can't remember what President Trump was asking for when he was making that infamous call. But again, these are small, small margins. So again, go team, these orgs, cannot stress that enough in this election. It is all hands on deck on this one. And if I seem pumped up about this, it's not the coffee, it's not the Red Bulls. It is just straight up energy and fear. I am very afraid. Okay, moving on to our next item. Field offices in San Diego. We got a couple. Shannon Harris mentioned this. Excuse me, Shannon Tiger mentioned this. Um, Here we'll be having a North County campaign headquarters in Rancho Santa Fe and San Marcos. Shannon Tiger's contact is there, Shannon at scottpeters.com. Kickoff is going to be Saturday, August 31st from 11 to 1 p.m. I'm going to do my darndest to be out there. I know she mentioned all the amazing candidates are going to be out there. North County, there's a lot of really good battleground stuff going out there. Even locally, there's a lot of MAGA extremists in this area. So that'll be going on. Other regional campaign offices are in the works. There's going to be a Harris Phone Bank Center in Central San Diego, I believe where I'm at. There'll be more of the possible South Region office coming. So keep your eye on the party Facebook, Instagram, website. This stuff will be coming up. Council of Clubs is going to be trying to get this information out to you so you can disseminate to your club members. Rob, go ahead. Your hand's up.
Just wanted to, when you mentioned North County, it's personal for me because I live in North County. I just want to remind people of a couple of key things. I believe in data. It matters. In North County along the 78 corridor, that's Oceanside, Vista, San Marcos, and Escondido. In the North County region, the data shows there is one, I repeat, one district that has a Republican plurality. That plurality is 0.89. So if we stop believing North County belongs to, is red and all of that, stop believing it. Escondido has one of the districts that's Democrat plus 19 and has a Republican council member. So folks, that's our fault. That's our fault. So North County just needs a little bit of love, and we can handle Sandag. We'd be able to take care of the water boards. We'd be able to do so much more. So folks, your 1, 2, 3 friends absolutely matter because they know you're involved in the party. They're going to come talk to you. In Oceanside, what we see starting to happen is when people find out you're a Democrat, I put my sign out. I didn't realize like 2/3 of my cul-de-sac, they just weren't saying anything because they were in North County. So, you know, I always tell people, just I'm coming out. I'm a Dem. Just love me anyway. So let's get to work in North County, folks.
100%. Rob, you can, I don't think anyone could have said it better. Again, it's that extra door. It's that extra couple of folks you talk to. It's when you're wearing your campaign, it's the Pikachu. When you're wearing your campaign t-shirt out, you're at the gym. Anytime you can talk to a voter, Go team, again, that vector, it is crucial. And Director Babbage, I know I didn't tell you I was going to do this, but I'm going to be pumping up the Go team as much as I possibly can in all these clubs that I'm at. But getting those people and getting those folks on the ground, that is critical. So these campaign headquarters are going to be your opportunity to get out there, meet with other Democrats, meet with other folks who can help out, help the cause. As Rob mentioned, we have a plurality in all these districts. Unfortunately, the Republicans have taken their footholds in these districts. We can knock them out. And again, the downstream effect of that is that one kid out there who may be coming out to their parents, the guy who moved here from China, who needs a party to stand up for them to help them out, science policy, all these policies we care about, the people's work, that's critical, but we can't get that done if we don't get our people in office. So here are the campaign headquarters here. Next up is canvassing to swing states. So as we know, most likely, if polls are to be believed in California, Vice President Harris and Governor Walz are going to win this state. But that's not to say you take that for granted. You don't take anything for granted on these events. But our swing state brothers and sisters and family members, they need our love too. So here you can see some upcoming canvases to swing states. You'll see the links here. It's a lot of info. So this deck, I believe, is going to be shared with everyone. So take a look at that. There'll be canvassing events in Arizona and Nevada, and then planned caravans coming up on September. On September 27th through 29th. If you contact clubs at sddemocrats.org, we can give you more information about this. Again, if we can get folks out there, Dr. Babich, you mentioned the success rate, 21% if you speak to somebody, 6 to 9% if you leave a door hang. Knocking and walking is the most effective way of getting voters to turn out. These canvases, if you have the ability to go, it's a great opportunity to go hang out with some friends, make some memories, check things out. My mentor, Judy Key, if you ever talk to her about this stuff, she's had wonderful experiences doing this. But again, it is critical that we do this. If you can't do a caravan or canvas, do what we're going to do in my house. I'm going to be hosting a couple of phone banks out here. I'm going to be doing the phone banking. My wife's going to be cooking. So we'll be doing that with some friends here. So again, it is all hands on deck here to get Vice President Harris and Governor Walz, and then people like Darshana Patel, people like Tara Lawson Reamer, all of our people to get them elected so that they keep doing the work for us. So transitioning now, we're going to be going to upcoming. Anyone who has any events that are going to be like this, make sure to reach out to council clubs. We can disseminate that information out. Again, I got kind of a small house here. I can't fit all y'all here, but we can do a couple here for a phone break. Okay, so upcoming club events. If you're the club that I'm speaking of, feel free to raise your hand in the chat. I'll give you the floor for a minute or two so you can talk about it, but if not, I'll talk from the slides. So starting off, we got a DNC watch party with San Diego County Democratic Party. This is going to be Thursday, August 22nd, down at Elijah's. I'm pointing this way because Elijah's is that direction from my house. Doors are going to open at 5:30, Elijah Restaurant at 7061 Claremont Mesa Boulevard in San Diego, California. You can RSVP at sddems.link/DNC 2024. This will be a watch party for the Democratic convention. I believe the 22nd is when Vice President Harris is scheduled to speak. So
That's
for the
correct.
15, thank you much. Appreciate that. So for $15 admission, you can enjoy refreshments, connect with your fellow Democrats. Plus, we'll have a Harris Walz swag available to you for you. The one bit of like fun bit that I got here behind me. So please reserve your spot. Elijah's, just as a plug, they've been always amazing to us, hosting a lot of Democratic events. Food's really fun there, so please come out to the DNC watch party. I'm going to do my darndest to be out there as well too. But yeah, come out to the San Diego Democratic Party watch party. Okay, next one up. Do we have anyone from the Point Loma Democratic Club here? Anyone from Point Loma? Any Point Lomans? All right, I will go ahead and say this. So on via the Point Loma Democratic Club, They've got a
I couldn't
summer
get on,
party.
excuse me, I couldn't get unmuted by, I'm Dave Fisher. I am from Point Loma right here.
Oh, Dave, the floor is yours for the next minute. Go ahead and plug your event.
Our next event is going to be excuse me, our summer picnic tomorrow in Point Loma, Sunset Cliffs area. If you go to the club website, Point Loma, obdems.org, you'll find information on the party. I believe it starts at 3:30, runs to around 5. It's a catered event, so we're asking a $20 donation for anybody who wants to come. But if you're not a club member, we'd love to have you just to see new faces.
Absolutely. Okay, so uh, David, what I'm going to do is I'll just read this here. So yeah, so summer party is August 18th, starting at 3:30 p.m. at Angela and John's house. Address supplied with entry donation. Food buffet will be open from 4 p.m. Please don't bring a dish. Minimum donation $20 to cover the food from Salud. The club will furnish carne asada, pollo asado, veggie tacos, beans, Mexican rice, guacamole, onion, cilantro. God, I'm hungry. Plus 2 drink tickets for wine or beer. Um, David, could you read me that link again? I'll just type it in the chat.
I don't have the link in front of me. It's Point Loma OB Dams
Point Loma.
.org. I don't have my cell phone here.
Oh, it's okay. I typed up in the chat, so that should be the proper link. If anyone has any questions or any questions about that, check the party website. There are club links on the party website. So, and I'll put that link in the chat as well after this.
If you go to the link, you may find that the time limit is expired. However, we did order extra meals for latecomers. so
Okay,
so
wonderful.
don't be turned off by that.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, David. So, okay, next club event we have coming up is Demco. The Demco Big Blue Wave Party. I believe, Stuart, you're from Demco?
And I am
Oh,
too. Want me to speak?
Yes,
okay, yeah.
President Michelle, and
Oh.
I'm her slave, so please.
All right, Michelle, go ahead if you want to present on this.
Yes, we're so excited. I'm at Janet Lacey's home right now, our fundraising chair, and we're putting together our baskets, our secret baskets for the silent auction. We're going to have a fantastic silent auction, jewelry, art, wine baskets, etc. Live band, the Soul Seekers, and they play a few Beach Boys songs because we have to have beach music because it's a blue wave party because that's what we're all working towards. We are going to have a blue wave in November from up and down the ballot. Anyway, there'll be great food, 2 alcohol drinks like the other parties having tomorrow, unlimited soft drinks, and we're giving we created a Trailblazer Award. We're giving our first one to Senator Catherine Blakespear for her trailblazing work, and other awards and honoring some of our valuable members. So please come. Go to demco.org. It's on August 24th, 5 to 8 p.m. We're dancing the Republicans away, and $50 tickets that go to helping candidates. So demco.org. Oh, with 2 C's in it.
And I'm out of order, but if anybody doesn't know Janet Lacey, not only she's one of the greatest Democrats I ever met, she knows how to throw a party.
And it is at her home with lots of room. So come one, come all. Thank you.
Okay. Just typing that in the chat.
50 years old.
Oh, wow. All right. So demco.org, let's type that properly in the chat there, or at that Blue Wave donate link there. Again, that is August 13th. Live band, beer, cocktails, come hang out with and dance the Republicans away. So thank you, Demco, for
August 24th.
August 24th. Excuse me, I misspoke there because I was looking at the wrong day here. So August 24th. All right. Next up, we've got the Chula Vista Democratic Club. Anyone here from Chula Vista? Anyone here from Chula Vista? Anybody here from Chula Vista? All right, I will announce this one then here. So please save the date for the Chula Vista Democratic Club. They're going to have their anniversary banquet and blue ribbon awards. It's going to be, they're celebrating 15 years, or 15, Nuestros 15 años, at Just Java Elegance Hall at 285 3rd Avenue, Chula Vista, California. This is going to be October 2nd at 6 p.m. There's going to be more details coming according to this here, but again, save the date in your calendars. It's October 2nd at Just Java Elegance Hall at 285 3rd Avenue, Chula Vista, California at 6 p.m. This is going to be celebrating their 15th anniversary. Keep that in your calendars if you for those of you who want to celebrate. And go ahead and oh, David, thank you for that. Sending me that link. I'm going to put that in the chat for everyone. Go ahead and save the date. Again, we've got a couple of great events coming up. Thank you to the clubs for organizing these events. Again, for clubs that don't have this, for API, I'm taking notes because these events are not only great to energize, bring people out, and get your clubs going, bring in new members, etc. It's also a great way for Democrats to meet Democrats and potentially work together to join the Go team together, or join the Go team together, or again, join the Go team together. I'm going to keep saying that, Director Babbage. Sorry about that. Not sorry. So, okay, again, thank you so much. So finally, we're going to say recommend a speaker. So if your club has had a great speaker that you think other clubs would benefit from, let us know. Please let us know here at the Council of Clubs. And club development, we want to get out there and let other clubs know about these awesome speakers. We've had people like my Vice President, Justin Domolocio, our API Domolocio speak about queer lit, API queer lit in schools. API has also had Dr. Eric Rafael Yuan speak about mental health issues in the API community and the community writ large. So again, these are two amazing speakers. I'm going to be putting, with their permission, I'm going to be putting that in the speaker chat, speaker suggestions here. Let us know and we can share this information out. Okay, Suzanne, I see your hand up.
Yes, I would like to ask you, because I've been having trouble getting on access to that list. Could you
Okay.
please make sure it's emailed out to all the presidents of the clubs?
I'm making a note right now, Suzanne.
Thank you very much.
Not a problem. So we're going to be emailing the speaker list to all club presidents. Okay, yeah, I got a note here. I'm making that an action item. Thank you, Suzanne.
Thanks again. I really
Not a problem.
appreciate that.
More than happy to do it. Absolutely more than happy to do it. Again, one of the things we want to do with our Democratic Party, and this is going to be for now, in the short term, when we're trying to get energized for that campaign push. Next year, when we're in an off year and we're trying to just get more members in, more people in, onboard more folks, speakers like this really engage the community, really educate the community, and kind of help us downline. It's that preparation work that you need to do for events like this. Because again, it's when we walk, we win. When we call, we win. When we prepare right, we win. So Suzanne, I will make sure that gets out to y'all. Oh, Fiona Ma did come to Fallbrook. That's awesome. Fiona Ma, by the way, was at the Fallbrook Dems Demicados. Fiona Ma is an amazing speaker, by the way, just on a personal note. All right, any other events or announcements coming up? I'm going to go ahead and open the floor. If you have an event or announcement, go ahead and raise your hand. I'll give you 2 minutes to speak. I don't think everyone's going to need the full 2 minutes. Kathy Hyatt, I see your hand up. Please. Oh, by the way, I may not know what everyone's club is. Kathy, I know yours, but announce your club so that we can know what awesome clubs you represent. So Kathy, the floor is yours.
Hi, thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm the president of the Democratic Women's Club. And on Monday, we are going to have a watch party for night 1 of the Democratic National Convention at Elijah's in lieu of our regular meeting. So everyone is welcome. And we look forward to seeing you all there so we can have some social time. We are going to call to order briefly to consider an endorsement for Vice President Harris and Governor Walz. And then we'll just be on social time for the rest of our meeting. So I hope to see everyone there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kathy. And again, Kathy, if you want to message me in the chat, I will copy and paste that and send that to everyone.
Perfect. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you much. Okay, next up we have my friend and San Marcos Democratic Club President, Paul Mendoza. Paul, if you want to go ahead and unmute, the floor is yours.
Hello, thank you. So I wasn't sure if this is the right time to ask this, but there's been some confusion lately between people in my club, and I've just heard people say, if we make an endorsement as a club, um, and the San Diego County Party like endorses someone else, do we have to, does that override our endorsement, or do both endorsements stand?
So I can answer this. And Rob, I'm going to lean on you to correct me if I'm wrong here. If you endorse as a club, like let's say you endorse, I'm sorry, I'm looking at a Pulp Fiction poster right now. Let's say it's John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson running in a race, and you endorse Samuel L. Jackson, and the party endorses John Travolta. You can still campaign for Samuel L. Jackson, but you have to make it clear that it's like they can't use any party logos, anything like that, but you are welcome to campaign, etc., for that individual. Rob, am I wrong on that?
I believe that's correct. I'll check, but I know they can state that they were endorsed by your club,
Correct. Correct.
not the
Clubs,
party.
correct. And just as a quick point of information, clubs are autonomous to that degree from the party. We are not committees of the party. We do act independently at that level. It's just they are not allowed to, like, the individual who's not endorsed by the party can't use the San Diego Democratic Party logo on any of their lit. They can use your logo.
Can I also add that if a club creates their own literature, that is for an unendorsed candidate, the unendorsed Democratic Party candidate, they cannot distribute that literature with the Go team.
Correct. That is 100% correct and needs to be stressed. Go Team Lit is here. Campaign Lit is over here. If it's a Democratic, if both align, you can handle that at the same time. Am I correct on that?
If a endorsed Democratic candidate gives us literature, we can distribute that literature on our walks, but we can't distribute anything. Remember, it's only and all endorsed Democratic candidates.
Correct. Correct. Thank you, Director Babich. So, Paul, if you want, you and I can talk offline about that one. But short answer, yes. Clubs can endorse
Okay.
someone who is. You are not allowed to endorse a Republican.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Although
That
I
wasn't the
don't think that.
concern.
Yeah, that's yeah. A Republican NPP, it has to be a Democrat.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. All right. We have some races where the county's already endorsed, and so now we're going to do endorsement. But someone was like, "Well, it doesn't really matter because the party already endorsed," and I was like, "Well, I think we get a vote too, so this will help." So now it's clear they're separate things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and what I'm going to do is I'm also going to make a note, and I'm going to speak to Sonara about exact language on that, because as we go forward, we're going to see more Dem on Dem races because the Republican Party is slowly fading in this area, not completely, but we are seeing Dem on Dem races. So again, this is something that I want to get everyone the exact proper language on this. So I'm going to make a note in I'm making a note here for Sonara and I and the club development to email the clubs the exact language on this. Because if there's any confusion, we don't want there to be.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Okay, I'm making that an action item. All right, next up, Susan Benato, if you want to go ahead and unmute, the floor is yours.
Thank you. I have a couple of things. I've been very patiently listening to all of you talk about the different groups that our Ms. Harris belongs to, but none of you have really talked about the biggest issue for all of us in this campaign, and that's reproductive choice, the reproductive rights of not only women, but men and people transgender. All of this transcends every one of the other groups. So this is when you go out and campaign, you need to focus on this as the central thing that unites all of us. Let's see. The other thing is I really haven't heard that said once, and I just want you guys, you men, to focus on that fact that you're not centering women. All right, thanks.
Thank you, Susan. And you're absolutely 100% right. Look, this is historic on a number of levels. And look, as far as I'm concerned, and I know we've said this before, reproductive rights, especially a woman's reproductive rights, are a non-negotiable issue for this Democratic Party. Men need to stand out there and metaphorically stand in front of the car. And I'm going to be right there with y'all. So good. Thank you for mentioning that. Thank you for bringing that up. Again, this is historic on so many levels. And as I mentioned before, if you see me really pumped up and excited about things, this is why. Thank you so much for mentioning that, Susan. I really appreciate you for doing that. Okay, next up, Michelle, the floor is yours. Go ahead.
Yes, just I wanted to say just on that point, our club invested in 50 signs of Harris Walls for the campaign, and we researched all of the messages, and the one we chose, it says Harris Walls, choose freedom on the bottom. So I just wanted to say that because those signs do exist. They're out there, and you can contact me if you want to order any from us. Thank you.
Thanks, Michelle. Can you put that in the chat? I'll send that message out to everyone.
Sure.
All right. Thank you much. Susan, I see your hand up again. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to piggyback on what Michelle says. We talked to Manny, who's a union printer, this morning, and he is printing Harris wall signs. The Harris campaign will not have signs ready for 3 weeks. So if a group of us, a lot of us can get together and because some of the clubs have a lot of money in their campaign, in their coffers, we can get a lower price on the campaign signs. So Michelle, do you put are you willing to be, Michelle, are you willing to be the lead on the order if people contact you and give you an amount of signs that they want? Are you willing? Okay. Yeah. All right, because Manny already has the artwork ready. He's already told us he's got it ready and he's ready to go. He can have it done. He can have these things done in a week.
Okay. Yeah, and ours come in pretty quickly too. Let me just put my number in the chat and you can contact me, okay?
All right, thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, and as I mentioned before, I believe the party just got a bunch of signs in. So I don't know what their distribution is like, but I did notice when I went down to the party offices, they have a suggested donation for signs. I think it's like $20. Excuse me. I picked this one up yesterday when I was just down there dropping something off. Reach out to the party as well. But yeah, Michelle, go ahead and put that in the chat. And I'm gonna make a note for Sonara because I believe I don't have access to the Council of Clubs email. I don't think I do. I think only she does. Michelle, can you send me some language? Do you have my email? I believe I put it in the chat earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and email me any language you want to send out, and I'll forward that over to Sonara if she can send that to the clubs so we can make a group effort. But yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead and get started on that one. All right, David Fisher. I see your hand raised. The floor is yours.
Excuse me. I just wanted to remind everybody that from my point of view, yes, reproductive rights are terribly important in this election, but overriding everything in my mind is Project 2025 because it's a blueprint for a transition to a fascist state. And I mean, it's undeniable. It's all there in black and white. And what is it, 900 or 9,000 pages? I can't remember. It's a large volume. And I think anybody who's going to go out knocking on doors really needs to be familiar with those issues before they start talking to people, because some of those things should come forefront in any discussion about who is the better candidate or which is the better ticket. Thank you.
Yeah, and just to the point, it is about, so David, I think it's about 940 pages. I got through about 100 pages before I wanted to throw through a wall. And it was on my iPad, so I mean that's my work iPad. I don't think they'd like me to break that, but yeah, it's about 900 pages. And just as an alignment point, David, to your point about Project 2025, and Susan, to your point about reproductive rights, if you read Project 2025, and I'm gonna take a little point of personal privilege here, and then we'll go to Kathy, and then we'll move on to new business. The NIH, their proposal for the National Institutes of Health is to backdoor limit reproductive rights and any research done on reproductive rights. And speaking as someone who's done active research, there are still things that we don't know about the molecular biology behind cell-cell communication in the reproductive system. The proposal in Project 2025 would severely limit any type of research funding, which would limit any progression we need to make in terms of reproductive health. So these things all tie together. We're not siloed. We're all points on a node in a web. Susan, to your point about reproductive rights, that is incredibly important. I cannot stress enough that that is a reproductive rights and reproductive freedom are a non-negotiable issue for this party and should be a non-negotiable issue for this party. We do not go back, we will go forward. So again, David, Susan, thanks so much. Kathy, we'll go ahead with you. And then I'm sorry, I'm going to have to move to new business because I have to go run to a candidate walk. Kathy, I'll go ahead and give you the floor for the next 2 minutes, but then we got to go to new business.
I just wanted to go back to the yard signs for a moment because I got a call from Vanessa Valenzuela and she was organizing getting signs for the clubs, and I ordered 30 from the party. So I don't know if all the signs that are at the office, some of those are probably for the clubs.
I don't know, to be 100% honest with you. Ryan didn't say that to me yesterday, but I would contact the party. I talk to Vanessa. So some clubs are ordering signs for themselves, some clubs are ordering for a region. Again, it's all hands on deck here. I'm not sure if the signs Vanessa ordered are the ones at the party or if those are independent, but I'm going to refer you over to the party on that one. And again, I apologize, everyone. I've got to get ready to go knock for Darshana Patel. I promised her 150 doors today. I got to deliver. So, and also that's how I get my cardio in. Okay, so new business, we covered a lot here. I don't believe we have any new business unless there's, any folks. Rob, I saw your hand up. Do you want to raise a point for announcements of new business?
No, what I wanted to just touch base with you on is just we really do appreciate you stepping in and handling this today. It was more of a thank you to you because Sonara deserves to take a vacation and her team should be able to handle business. And we all should think about that. What's our succession plan? That's what down ballot races are about. It's about filling the pipeline with great qualified folks who can do the work. So thank you for running a very, very good meeting.
I appreciate that, Rob. Thank you so much. And again, Sonara deserves one of the things I'm going to stress here with everyone, and this is something that gym rats around the world know, your rest is as important as your work. So take a breather, go out with your family, hang out with your spouse, do that thing that gives you the zest for life, that brings you back to this. Again, I want to see everyone here be 100% ready, focused, hitting the ground running, knocking those doors, joining the Go team, fighting for reproductive rights, speaking out for the BIPOC community, speaking out for the API community, speaking out for sensible gun rights, all the things that we believe in, but also take time for yourselves, y'all. If you don't, you're going to burn out. I had hair when I started this. I don't have hair now. I'm not going to say those two things are independent, but maybe they are, maybe they aren't. Okay. So, all right. So continued business. I'm going to table the discussion and vote for sexual harassment prevention training and for policies for club meeting exclusion because I believe this stuff is in progress right now. And again, we are bumping up against time here. So we're not ignoring this. This is incredibly critical, especially sexual harassment training. This is a workplace and we need to treat our fellow activists with respect. And then voting on policies for club exclusions. I just don't have that information in front of me right now because I'm subbing in. Sonara has that, so I'm going to let her talk about that so I don't usurp what she's trying to do and as director of clubs. So that said, we are at 11:27. I'm just going to call this 11:30 because I like round numbers. I am going to adjourn the meeting. Again, thank you all for coming to the Council Clubs meeting, subbed in by myself, Dr. Indranil Banerjee, normally run much better by Sonara, our director of clubs. Thank you all so much for coming. I've got a bunch of notes here that I'm going to be sending out to everyone. Again, everyone, please try to get to the convention watch parties. Try to link up with your other Democrats. Join the Go team if you can. I'm going to echo what Director Babbage said. If you are an affinity club member, Like myself, I run an affinity club. I'm also a member of the Claremont Democratic Club. I'm the treasurer. I serve as the treasurer there. Support the local community, support the community at large. On a very personal note, in Claremont here, I think it was 2 weeks ago, there was a gentleman walking at Mira Mesa Junior, the junior college over on Mira Mesa here. He's just walking his dog at a dog park that I've used a bunch of times. Someone threw eggs at him and screamed racial slurs. He was an API man just walking his dog. Someone threw eggs at him and screamed something I'm not going to repeat. The reason why I'm saying this is that the Claremont Democratic Club and the API Democratic Club are working together hand in hand, an affinity club and a local club, to make an impact in our community so this doesn't happen again, so that elected officials know this stuff. So again, you can make a significant impact if you're an affinity club group or affinity club member, signing up also for your local geographic club, and then signing up for Go Team. So again, I'm going to call this meeting to order at 11:30 or adjourned at 11:30. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Rob, for backing me up on this one. Again, I really could not have done this without you. Thank you, everyone who's participated. Please go out, have a wonderful Saturday. If you're volunteering, oh, one last thing. If you're looking for something to do at 1 p.m., Dr. Darshana Patel is having a club campaign walk. There's several clubs being joining that one. I don't have it right in front of me because I've got 16 different windows open here, much like my brain. Go ahead and make sure it is on the API Dem Club Instagram and Facebook page. Again, have a wonderful weekend, everyone. I will talk to you all soon.
Bye. Have a great day.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.